on, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are having an amazing day today. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you please type the number 1 in the comment section, in the chat box, let me know that you can. I would truly appreciate it. And as we get started here this morning, keep in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes only, and nothing is meant to be advice and or recommendations. As we go through this morning, if you like what you see, folks, make sure you subscribe, get notified, ring the bell on YouTube here, so you get notified to all of the upcoming live trainings that we do, which we do 7 live trainings a week. Today we have 2. We've got another training coming up at noon, which is our coach's playbook, right? So make sure you get registered for that. And then follow us on all the other social platforms. There's just tons of stuff out there day in and day out. Boy, Trip, we are seeing you regularly lately, huh? It's good to have you around as much. And there's so many of you that are here every day. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Morning. All right, guys, we got a lot to get through today, so let's go take a look at the futures. Wait, we were up yesterday. What the heck happened? We're down 26 points, guys. It is a roller coaster. It always is. Absolutely always is. Right? We had that huge run up in the afternoon. Thank you, Lord. I appreciate it. Hopefully, some of you caught that run on Steve Leisman's comment question to the Fed, to Powell, are we going to see a 3/4 point increase? That's where it all came from. Once Powell said no, we just skyrocketed on that information, right? We kind of came out of the gate sideways. We got into the news cycle of the European market. That was our drop, and we've been sideways ever since. Excuse me. So right now on ES, we're down 27 points. We're down 173 on the Dow. On the NASDAQ, we're down 107. The Russell 2000, we're down 13. We're down 320 on Bitcoin to 39.5. Ethereum, we're back below that 3,000 again at 29.32. Gold is up 37 points. And oil, crude, is up $1.35 to 109. I told you, 110, 115 is my thought. This EU decision of Russia is really going to drive that, guys. So we're getting that push back to the upside. I mean, it's been a bit since we've been up there. Right, highest we've had in the last 5 days. Excuse me. So let's go take a look at the trades that you guys did yesterday. Drop those trades in. I'd love to see what you did, whether they were trades we took here, trades you took on your own, whether they were profitable, break even, they went against you, funded, non-funded. None of that matters. This is all about building that community, which is my goal here, is to try to have plenty of opportunities that everybody here can learn from each other, talk back and forth with each other. And maybe at the second part of the webinar today, we'll go through, we'll look at candidates as well that you guys come up with. And again, it's that sharing factor there. So with the Fed news yesterday, I am very much in position number 1 in the chair. I am back here a good part of the day. I was working on the manual that I've got for our Key to Be Free training this weekend. And I've got CNBC is right now on. The volume is off, but over my left shoulder is where my television is in the office. And I've got the volume on. I'm working on this computer right here, same monitor that I teach off of. I'm working on this yesterday, building the manual out, making some adjustments to it. And I hear Leisman ask a question to Powell, are you going to have a 3/4 point increase? And the second Powell said no, I went, huh, what? Because that was the fear this time around, was what we're going to see 3/4 point. That's why you got the jump yesterday, was on his question, because Powell kind of took the, whoo, all right, no 3/4 point, let's go. Right now, should it have gone as far as it did? Heck no. Right. But the one position from yesterday that I did, and again, everything's for educational purposes, right? Is SPY, SPY. And if you look, right, that meeting started at 2:30 in the afternoon, right? So there's the 2:30, there's the drop down, and there is the push to the upside on the Leisman question, okay? The options that expired yesterday, guys, the 415 calls, you could have got for about $3.70 at this point, right? The options are gone already. You can't go back and look at them. They expired yesterday. So the options were $3.70 yesterday. They, at 3:35 in the afternoon, they got to about $13.20. So call it 370 to 1270 to make it easy math. That's a $9 move yesterday, man. Just crushing crushing move yesterday. So you don't need a lot of trades. Sometimes it's just one trade. Oh, I've heard that before. Sometimes it's just one trade is all it takes to get you where you got to go. So let's see. Alan said, surfed the Tesla NVIDIA waves to share, ran out of surfboards. Okay. John said, SPY down 13%, Q's up 43%, SPY bear call spread 65 cents. Last 20 minutes. There you go. Last 20 minutes, guys. It was just crushing. I'm telling you. Reggie said, Tesla, 2 contracts at bull put spread. Excellent. I hope they worked out well for you, Reggie. Let's see. Chris said ARKW and TER carried over from previous day, 20% each. Nice. SPY 27%. Ka-ching. Q's 53%. COF stopped out. Closed out of AMD and MAR bull put spreads for 5 cents each. Could only trade in the AM. There you go. There you go. Congrats, Chris. Good job, Paula. No trades yesterday. And that's okay. Listen, we trade when the availability is there, right? It's not about I have to do it every day. You may want to, but you do what you can day in and day out, right? Hey, Robert. Small loss with Apple, 30 cents, but pulled out 60 cents on SPX. Good. I got 60 cents on each side for a $120 Iron Condor and instantly set the stop at 50%. 60 cents was stopped out for a profit in less than 10 minutes. There you go. Nice job. Robert R. said Uber, bull put spread entered late morning after stabilizing and sold at 28 cents, covered at 10. There you go. 18-cent profit. I love it. Great job, everybody. Good trades. Good trades. If you have more, by all means, drop them in. We'll talk about them. But with that, let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. A lot of big names out there. Actually, I probably had to take 5 or 6 off our list that just didn't work today for me. So Booking, travel industry doing well. Booking up $212 right now at $23.15. So we're talking about taking the elevator up here, up above here, and just down below here, right? So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 22.75, right? And I'm going to look at also a long call, right? You're not going to get any help from pivot points with a 200-point move on it today, 10% move-ish on Booking today. Let's see. Yeah, 10.08%. So you're not going to get pivots aren't going to be valuable to you at all today. Booking is one of the candidates on our power option plays list. So I like it. I trade it all the time. It will be on my docket for the day. CAH, and Booking was earnings, of course. CAH, actually, everybody on our list is earnings. Let's just get that out of the way now, right? I didn't write them down, but they're all earnings today, right? Let's see. CAH right now is down, as most of the stocks are. CAH is down $4.50 to 56. Now, they weren't a bullish bias yesterday, true bullish. 56 takes them down here into a neutral bias, which means I'm okay with a bearish entry on a credit spread. So a bear call spread above 59. All right. And then we go to D-Dog. D-Dog, also earnings. They're down $1.50 to 117.5. They already were in a bearish bias. See, if I have a choice here, I'm looking at CAH, right, which was in a bullish bias and now is in a neutral bias. That's okay. Let's give that a B or a C. Let's give it a C. It's okay as far as the trade goes. I was in a different position than I am today. You go to D-Dog, who's already been down and now has bearish news on it. I like that much better as a pattern, as a setup, right? So they're down to 117.25. So they're still within this realm here. So good. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 120. Let's call it 121, which will get us above the 8 moving average. You've got a confluence of the 8 and the 21. 8 in the fib line. There's that ceiling, bumping our head on ugly. That's it, right? So we're going to look above that 121 for a bear call spread. There are $1 increments. Yesterday, holy mackerel. Yesterday, the 121s were $7.95, $8.45, $8.20, 48 delta on them yesterday. They moved $2 even though, I mean, wow, it looks like there's still going to be huge premium inside that option. We'll see where it opens, but maybe 30 or 40 cents. But I like it a lot. All right, so there's D-Dog. eBay is next. All right, let's pull that out a little bit. eBay right now also on their earnings. Let's see. All right, come on, click the right one there, Rob. All right. So eBay on their earnings is down about $4 right now to $50.50. So they're down below that 51.18 level, but they are down $4 right now. So bear call spread above 51, 52, above 52. Guys, a little bit of caution here. You're not that far away, so just be careful on this one, all right? I'm writing caution down on mine. Etsy, E-T-S-Y, Etsy. They're down $13.50 right now. 96 is about where they're trading right now. So once again, if you look at Etsy, they were in a well, actually, as of yesterday, where are they? 109.33. They were in a neutral bias yesterday. They had been in a bearish bias. They got this false push yesterday. And today they're down $14, $13. So it puts them at 96. So we're down below that 98, 95 level, so at 99. So we're going to call it a bear call spread above 100. Again, caution on this trade. All right, just be careful. You're very close to that level. IRBT. I have no idea who these guys are. iRobot. Just not one that I normally trade. Actually, I don't think I've ever placed a trade on them before. Right? If we look at fibs, move down, sideways down, that's definitely the place to draw from. Right in there. There's our reversal back to our 236. We're good. We have violated on the negative 618 on the close. So let's see what we can do with another fib right from here. Let's try that again. There we go. By George, I think we've got it. Let's fix the chart and let's pull it out. Okay. So right now, all of that to say iRobot is down $2 to 54.25, which still puts us into somewhat of a neutral bias at this point. So I'm going to say next on this one, right? Or if you're really wanting to trade this one, I need to be down below that 53.36, break down, retest, and fail. And then above that 53.5 level is where you would trade. Above 54 is where you do the bear call spread. But I'm going to pass. I think I've got a lot of great candidates so far that I can work off of. So Race, R-A-C-E is the next one. Right? And this is Ferrari. They're down 565. I guess they're downshifting right now. So they're down 565 to 206. So look where they are, guys, right at a support level. Can we trade off of this? Do I need to fib it? $12. 6 and 12 is 18. Yes, I need to fib it. 20 to 32 is 12. I don't need it up there. I just need the negative 136. It's the only one I have to add in here. All right, so now we're going to look at a bear call spread above 214. Because if there was no fib in here and I had to go all the way above 221, there's no way. You're not going to get anything for it. Shopify. They got smacked a little bit. Now Booking had this great move up. Shopify is getting crushed to the downside, right? Guys, we've only got 3 candidates left. So go ahead and drop your candidate in Como se llama? Drop it in the list, and we'll take a look at it, the ones you want me to look at. And guys, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I just mentioned that we've got 2 trainings today. We don't have 2 trainings today. It's tomorrow. This is not Friday. It's just wishful thinking on my part. Trading Coach's Playbook is coming up tomorrow, guys. Coming up Saturday, though, is Key to Be Free. We've hit about 900 people registered in there. It's 1,000 people registration, or able to come in, I should say. So go ahead and grab that. And you've got a couple other resources on this page as well. Pick the ones that best suit you, but they're all free. Everything on this page is free. All right. So Sean, if you could drop that link in there, that would be great. All right. So Shopify, if we're down 65 points right now to 421. Yowzer. Great balls of fire. Let's see. All right, so 421, we're at 485. We've got 400 down here. So we're still within 361, 461. Yeah, we need some pivots in here for sure. I'm going to add a negative 0.5 inside of here. See if I have one. There we do. All right, so we're at 421 right now. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 442. You can also trade it with a long put, right? Especially if you can get a retest of that 422 and fail, all over it, baby, all over it. Twilio, TWLO. They're the next one that was moving to the upside. Actually, D-Dog has just shifted and they've gone up. But let's see. So Twilio is up $4.50 to exactly 123 bucks. Right, so we've got the fib. The question is, do we need a fib it? So 6 to 30, we'll call it, to make it easy math. That's 24 points. Yes, we need a fib it. See, I didn't need to figure out exactly. So we're going to add in a negative 0.5 to our chart. All right, that puts us at 119. We're down at we're at 123 right now. So again, bearish move. We're in a bearish neutral bias if we opened where we are right now. I'm going to say next, right? Or if you wanted to trade it, pivots. You can use pivot points. But I'm not interested right now unless I can get some failure off of a key level. And last one is W, which is Wayfair. They're down about $10 to $81 right now. See, they were in a bearish neutral bias. They now move down below this 83.67. It puts them in a true bear as far as bias goes. 65 to 83 gives me 18 points. So I need to split that level in there. That's got to be done manually. Retail, as it were. So we're looking at about 75 as the next downside target in there, guys. So bear call spread above 84. All right, let's take a look and see what the candidates that you guys dropped in there. All right, so Paul said, what is the trigger point to enter the daily candidate? Do you just set the entry as you expect or wait to see the movement at the open? Yeah, I don't ever just set it, Paul. It's every bit of it is about what happens on the chart. You know, if as an example, I don't know, we've got Wayfair on the chart right now, right? So let's go and look at Wayfair, okay? So let's say that Wayfair's pattern has had some slight bullishness to it. Well, right now we're bearish on it, but we're just going to pretend, okay? Pretend that I'm looking at this and we had this nice bullish move yesterday, 2 days ago, and yesterday we were looking at this saying we're looking for a bullish entry. Well, let's say a bearish entry, okay? And the bearish entry would be something down. Let's say we have a support level of some sort at 88.25. Okay. What I'm actually looking for, Paul, is what happened here. I got the push down. I closed up near that 88.25 and I failed. That's my entry. If that doesn't happen, then there's no entry for me. The only entry comes off of the right setup. And guys, this is my template. 1 minute, 5 minute. The 5 on the top right is just for pre-market. That's the only template I have this on. Bottom left is the 30-minute. Bottom center is the daily. And then, of course, there's my list of candidates that I'm working off of right there. And you see I have different lists down here, okay? So hopefully that answers it for you, Paul. If not, let me know, and I'll be glad to jump in and take a look at it. So Andres is asking for Apple. Let's see. Almost at the 50% fib line. Yep. So right now, where is it, Andres? Well, let's see when I said that, I meant it as well as the daily chart, but let's see what it. Apple doesn't have a hash mark after it. So they're down to 64.5 right now. So they got underneath that 64.87. At 64, we've got resistance, support resistance. We got a fib line, a moving average in there. So what are we looking at? If we can fail below that 164 level, retest and drop, and we're at 164.40 right now, you've got room down to 161.37. I would definitely be looking at pivots. I like pivots on Apple. They're just such an easy company to follow when you know the things that they do, right? So take a look at it. Let me know if it helps. Tell me down in the comment section below. Alan said NVIDIA bearish. Let's go look at it. NVDA. So let's put it on TradeStation so I can see a pre-market. We're down $3 to $200. Okay, so we got down to the 200. We were in a bearish neutral bias. We're still bearish neutral. We'd have to get down below 198 to be bearish. Problem is 195 is just down below there, Alan. So let's see. 200 fail and retest target of the 8 moving average. Yeah, so I've got my 8 at 198. So it's tight, Alan. You got to be careful. But yes, you got to be tight. You got to be careful with it on them. But yeah, just watch it there. Let's see. Chris said no time to analyze candidates yet. SPY and Qs are always my go-tos. All right, so SPY right now, Chris, is down $3 to 426. Right? Definitely pivot points. I mean, I think you were the one that said it somewhere yesterday, Chris, that you're seeing the value in pivots now. To me, they're a phenomenal indicator that no one should work without. So look for pivot points. We don't have a need for pivots in here yet, so we don't have a breaking point in there. If we're down right now on SPY at 426, we're still kind of in the middle. Pivots would be my way to go on this. Qs, sorry I didn't get a chance to catch Qs yesterday when I caught the SPY. But the Qs right now are down $3 to 326.5. Right, so we're still above our 8 moving average, so still in that bearish neutral bias. Once again, I would definitely look for pivots on this. Pivots are a little tighter on the Qs than they are on the SPY. So you may have to not use a midpoint where you can use it most times on the SPY. I know in Mastermind Group the other night, Trip and Amelia were in there, and they did. Amelia had said they were doing something on pivot setups. So that was a great training. So if you're in Mastermind Group, make sure you go check that out, guys. If you didn't catch it live, it was the check-in that was done on Monday night. No, it was Tuesday. It was a Mastermind. It was on Tuesday night. So go check that out. All right. Trip is saying, look at. I hope that helped, Chris. Let me know. Trip said he's looking at COP. Conoco. They showed up today on a list, but they didn't meet what I was looking for. Maybe I just hadn't printed yet when I saw it, but they're up $1.64 right now on COP. I would have had them on because I like oil, companies right now. So either post earnings continuation up from 104 or wait a few days for the stabilization, rest, and see if it moves back down. So we had the nice move up on their earnings, right? Well, pre-earnings, they were up, right? And this is all on the EU. And then today, they're up to 105.5. So we've had a nice run the last week or so, week and a half so on them. We're up above the negative 618. Barely, but we're above right now at 106, basically. So if you could retest the 103.5 level, Trip, and bounce, yes. But I would be cautious on the breakout because look left, right? Famous last words, right? I'm pretty sure that Custer's last stand, he forgot to say look left. Had he said look left, wouldn't have been so bad. So, but look left, Trip. We broke out, took a couple of days, and we failed right away, right? We crashed right back down hard. So I'd be cautious of that. Breakout, retest, bounce. 112 is the next resistance. You probably need to split that. 3 and 8 is 11. Yes, you're going to need a pivot in there, Trip, for sure. So we need an 809 in there. Let's see if I've got it saved. If not, we'll add it. It's pretty easy on Omega charts to do. So I'm not seeing it, so we're going to add ratio. Negative 0.809, and that's the midpoint there. Right, so 107.75 is the target then, Trip. Hope it helps. Good, Paul. Glad it was what you were looking for. John said SPY and Q off pivots today, mindful of the 8 and 20 moving averages. Absolutely, John. Yep, all about it. You always have to look at what's going on with your chart. Absolutely. Hey, Ross. Let's see. Ross is asking for Amgen. No, sorry. I don't know. I'm just making up what I want you to be looking at, I guess, Ross. Amazon. As a kid, before I got my first pair of eyeglasses, I would guess what words said, and I would think of what it was going to be because I really couldn't read it. So I was faking it, and that's stuck with me ever since. So I'm faking it. Amazon is looking good for some more upside. I call a pullback yesterday to the 2367 and got an entry. I'm now looking for the 2-hour, 4-hour uptrend, but I think it might be a small retest. Okay. So right now on Amazon, we're down $33 to 24.85. All right. So 24.33, 25.40, 107 points. We definitely don't need pivots in there. Right. So I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere, Ross. That's the only bad thing about Amazon right now is we're in the middle of nowhere. If we look, and again, I keep mentioning pivot points, right? If we look at Amazon with pivot points, you're talking about the difference between your pivot is 24.89. We'll call it 24.90 right here. And then your R1 is 25.16. So 26 points in there, right? Even if you go to R1, R2, which is always seems to be that smaller one, 25.15 and 25.30, you still have 15 points in there. So I would use pivots in the analysis for sure, right? Absolutely. Will you get a bounce? I don't know. I mean, there's so much going on right now of right, wrong, or indifferent with where's the market going to settle out. Amazon's got a lot of news going on with it right now with their the union stuff. So, and it's definitely a concern. You know, they're talking about warehouses that are underutilized in Amazon right now, and yet having to pay higher wages, union benefits, and all that great stuff. And I'm not saying that individuals should or should not join that union. And I'm not saying Amazon can't afford to pay some more money. What it comes down to, what everybody must recognize is Amazon's not saying we're just going to take money out of our profit and pass it along to our employees. Amazon is saying, like every other business, we need to maintain a profit margin in our business. So how do we do that? We raise our fees in there, which means if you're Amazon and you raise the fees to me and I'm a seller on Amazon, that means I have to raise my prices. See where this all goes, guys. There is no free lunch. That's the problem. Good wages, we need to have them. Good healthcare, we need to have them, but they come at a price. That's the key. Remember, there's a price to it all. So I like it, Ross, especially with the way that the pivot points set up on it. All right, so I hope that helps. Let me know. So Darlo said, what moving average do you use on your chart? So Darlo, if you're looking right here on my daily chart, the 5 is a blue line. We only use that for one very particular exit. And we haven't had that. We don't really get to use it very much because we're not doing a lot of swing trades. But there's the 5 is the blue line. My primary is the pink, which is the 8, and the green, which is the 21. And then the brown is a 55. All 4 of them are exponential. And you can always see them on my charts, guys. They were here. Again, not hiding anything. 5 EMA is blue, 8 EMA is pink, 21 EMA is green, and 55 EMA exponential. EMA is brown, okay? Those are the settings I use there. When it comes down to the daily charts, Darlo, primarily I use the 8 and 21. Those are my primaries on there. And if you look down, so that's on a 5-minute. My 1, my 5, they'll have just 2 lines on them. If you look at the daily chart, I've got a brown, which is my 55. Red, dark red, brown. Okay, the chart doesn't want to open up. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. So I've got 3 moving averages on there. The third one, the red one, is the 55 moving average. And that just helps me determine trend is the reason that's on there. So I hope that was helpful. Good, Chris. Glad it was helpful. John said Amazon is raising Prime fees on music, etc. They raised Prime. They raised the price of Prime. Huge, right? Huge. All right, we got 2 or 3 more in there. Let's see if we can't get those things in. Lock and load. Karen's asking for IWM, which is the RUT. IWM and IWN, they're both Russell 2000 ETFs, right? So IWN right now is down $1.50 to 192. So 192, it puts us above the 190.5, below the 194. So you pin between those two moving averages. The only thing I would use on it is pivots. I don't have a clear and concise path anywhere. So if pivot points work, that would be great. Mike, let me know if that helped, Karen. Mike's asking for Tesla. Let's try that again in English. TSL. I did it again. TSLA. Tesla. Not like you don't know who they are, Rob. I saw a meme the other day that in 1998, Musk was worth 22 million, and now he's worth 250 billion or whatever it was. And I shared it with my wife. She said, how did he do that? He's a genius. I mean, how did he do that? He's a hard worker. He sleeps on the factory floor. You all heard that before. So Tesla, Mike, where are they? They're down about $9.50, $10 at 943. So we just got down below here. Mike, I've got the 924.65 level to be cautious of. So pivot points would be my game on this. And these whipsaws of moving up, moving down do not help us. A lot of our stocks are setting up between moving averages and not giving us clear paths. Day trades with very tight stops is what I'm looking at there. All right. And then Crocs, C-R-O-X, the Crocs of it all. They were on my list today, but I think Crocs is a monthly option only, which is why we're not seeing them today. Yeah, they're a monthly option. They're up $3.50 right now. So look at the bias. We were just pure, oh my God, disgusting, horrible, bearish, yuck. And now we're at 75, almost 76. Okay. So we're up in here right now. So we moved up into a neutral bias. So on, Mike, on Crocs, retest the 71.57 and bounce, and you're looking at 76.76 as resistance. So you'd be out at 76 or so on the trade. Or wait for the break above the 76.75 retest and bounce, and there's another potential entry. All right, hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. John, you're quite welcome. Last one, Boom is asking for BAC. All right, so I never understood why they didn't call it BOA for Bank of America instead of BAC. All right, so they are down 54 cents right now to 38 bucks. So they got just that back down into a bearish neutral bias right now. Once again, you know, for me, bear is the game here. I'd rather see it move down below the 8 moving average because you don't have a lot of room. If it's at 38, my 8 moving average is at 37.30. I've got 70 cents in there. It's too tight. And even if it wasn't there, I've got a support level at 36.5. So it's only $1.50 move even down to that. By the time I get in off of the 38, get out above the 36.5, I don't have a lot of wiggle room in there. So a little bit of caution on that one, Boom. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As I shared with you guys before, make sure you go ahead and get registered for Key to Be Free. You've got 2 more days. It goes off. The first one goes off on Saturday. It's noon Eastern time, but there's 4 different ones you'll see. You can pick from which one works best for you. So make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. All right, take care, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. We'll wrap up the week. All right, talk then. Bye.